Why, hello, it's your boy. And today we're going to be eating an MRE outside, just like you would anywhere else. So, MRE stands for Meal Ready to Eat. It is a warfighter recommended, warfighter tested, and warfighter approved meal. So, today we're going to be eating creamy spinach fettuccine, which is egg noodles, spinach, and mushrooms and a cream sauce. This is what an MRE looks like. And today we're going to be eating it. So right out of the box, everything is packaged in here. This is how it's always going to be. This bag is going to carry all your trash. MREs are completely sealable. They could last you like 100 years if you had them stored. And they're activated through water pretty much. So we have 2 water bottles here. Just going to go ahead and open the box. So we have all these different things. Start off with the top. We have a hot beverage bag. This is where you put your coffee. If you have coffee, usually you do have coffee. This green bag right here, it says heater. This is your heating element. You put water in here. The water mixes with this powder and it creates heat. And that's how you heat up your meal without a flame. Let's see, what do we have? We have some pepper sauce. We have a spoon. We have some chocolate protein drink powder. We have crackers, peanut butter, First Strike chocolate bar. This I'll get to later. Pretzel nuggets. Honey mustard and onion flavor. And then this is our main course meal. So this is how you do this. So when I was at Seaburn, which will be six week of training. Yeah, it is 6 week of training. It's when you go through the gas chamber and this is your first time you're going to have an MRE. And they'll teach you a lot of things there. It's a lot of fun. So CBRN stands for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear. You'll learn all about the chem gear that you'll wear, and then you're gonna learn about how serious war is. Like, you will never understand war until you get there, and it'll like hit you like for real. But it's quite an experience. It's the whole entire day, so you do eat an MRE there. I remember we were gone in the morning. We took a bus. We were still on base to a different location. And then it's not where beast is, I'll tell you that. If you see this line right here, do not overfill. Do not overfill. Because what you'll get is fuzziness and it'll go over the top. And it's not going to be fun. Actually, it's better to go a little bit below that line. So I always like to do a little more, but then I was wondering why my food wasn't hot. It's because the water was making the powder stuff too cold and you couldn't heat up your stuff. So only put in like a little bit of water. So take the handy dandy hydro flask right here. And we're going to fill it up just a very small amount. That was too much. So if you saw how much I put in, that was too much. Don't shake it quite yet. Take your main course, put it in here. Be really careful with this. And you want to take the extra stuff, fold it over, and then place it in this little, like, it's like a Hot Pocket box. I'll place it in here. And you take this, make sure no water. Actually, it's better if you roll it up. You don't fold it. Do whatever you want. And you just take it and you just swish the water around. You don't want any water to leak out. And then you will have canteens. You'll have a canteen and a wet belt. For example, we're just going to use our water bottle. And we're just going to set this, leaning this on there. And let that cook. We're going to open our pretzel nuggets. See what's in here. Okay, they're just regular like Snyder's. A lot of things in here are packaged, like they say pretzel nuggets, and they're packaged. The wording on it is like very. They add a lot of vocabulary in there. But this is what it looks like. It's a regular little pretzel nugget. So what I did, while at Beast Week, you will have 20 minutes to eat. No, prepare your meal, eat it, take it to the dumpster, which is like a quarter mile away, and get back in under 20 minutes. It is doable, and 10 actually. So what I did is to save time, you heat your MRE at first, and while you're waiting, you prepare everything else. And you don't waste any time. You see, I'm like snacking on nuggets. And don't be afraid to stuff your face. This might be a little bit gross. But don't be afraid to stuff your face. So while I'm eating, I'm making my protein drink. Oh, I forgot to mention. I want to fill it up to that line. This one looks like you want to fill it up to that line. Anywho, when you're at Beast, no one's going to care about manners or anything. So don't be afraid about that. And this is resealable, so we're just going to close it. I'm just going to... There's all this powder at the bottom, so I like to squeeze it and shake it up. Everything here is going to be mostly powder-based. Let's shake it up. And now we're going to set that to the side. See what do we have? We have our crackers. This is a pretty staple item. The crackers inside your MRE. Everything in here is very airtight sealed, so it might be a bit difficult to open at first. But they're just basic like hardtack crackers. It's just like wheat and water. This is what it looks like. So it's like a saltine cracker without the salt. So this pepper sauce, you'll be getting a lot of condiments sometimes, like ketchup or mustard or whatnot. This most likely will go with the spinach fettuccine. Oh, let's get to this pack later. This is my First Strike chocolate nutritious bar. Another thing I didn't mention, a lot of things will have these ridges. If you see, like, right here, it has the ridges to help you open these things easier. You see the ridges? So that'll help you out. We've been given peanut butter. If you ever have the peanut butter, always eat it. And so far, the food's like pretty staple, like what you would find at a grocery store. Saltines without the salt. The pretzel nuggets are just like the Snyder's, like honey mustard nuggets. Sometimes these things can be pretty hard to open as well. Don't be afraid to use your teeth as well. You gotta be gross, be gross. Who cares? This is the peanut butter. As you see, I opened it the long way. Excuse me, I'm taking up all this space.
Yeah, I think I am actually. I'm about a 14 now, so back when you and I played, I've been 15 to 22.
This is what your energy bar will look like. Actually, it's just like a regular old protein bar. Actually a bit warm though, because it's been sitting in the sun for a few minutes. I was getting everything set up. I'm gonna set that to the side. Another thing I haven't tried yet is a chocolate protein drink powder. Pretty much think of chocolate pudding if you don't put enough water in there. This is what it looks like. It's like very thick. especially at the bottom where the protein doesn't mix as well. It's like chocolate pudding pretty much. It is very thick. Now this is your universal bag. If you are actually being deployed, a lot of these things will come useful. If not, then you shouldn't touch some of these things, regardless if it's in there or not. So I will explain some ground rules so you don't get in trouble during Beast. Some things you can touch. Instant coffee. That's where there's protein. The first thing I mentioned, the hot beverage bag. That's where that comes in. Oh my gosh. I'm dropping everything. Oh, another thing. So when you're at Seaburn, which is the gas chamber, you'll be eating on benches, but once you get to Beast, everything will be on the ground, on the dirt. There are no dining tables or anything. The only time that you have a hot meal during Beast is during dinner, but it's the best hot meal you will have at basic training because the chicken is the best. Continuing on, so you have your coffee in this bag. You have your coffee. You have your creamer. Let's see what else do we have. Ooh, we got lucky. We got some sugar. You have moist towelettes. Some salt in case you need it. This, which has a large napkin. There's just multiple napkins. Toss that. Now these are the two things that if you get caught with, you will get in trouble. However, either you're going to be so slick that you won't get caught, or you won't involve yourself with these two things at all. Matches. Chewing gum. You can't have chewing gum. The only place they will allow you to have chewing gum is at Seaburn. And they'll say, as long as I don't see it, I don't care. And then at Bees, they say, oh, if we see it, we're going to pull your 341. But the matches, don't play with matches. But I'm going to keep them because, I don't know. I'm probably actually going to throw them away. I have no use for matches. The gum is for when you're finished with your meal and you want to maintain your fresh breath. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I think it's time that this is probably cooked. What's our time here? We're at 13 minutes already. You might think, I've been dragging everything so long. You would probably think I'd be finished with my meal right now, right? Well, you'd be surprised of, let's just say you'd be surprised. I don't want to say anything bad about people, but you would be surprised. Just have a sense of urgency, please, when you get to basic training. Don't be that guy that's slow and takes forever. Because one, I want to try and save you from getting yelled at, and I don't think you want to get yelled at either. This is where a spoon comes handy. You look for the little ridge. See that little ridge right there? You want to fold everything down. It's hot. So actually put in an okay amount of water, but it's hot. Like, it's hot. It kind of burns to the touch. You open it lengthwise, and then you take your spoon, you open it up. This is what it looks like. It actually looks good. For an MRE, this looks pretty good. This is what it is. This is the fettuccine. I'll show you what it tastes like. It's actually pretty good. So the noodles, they're not dry. It tastes like this was cooked before, and it actually kind of amazes me how you could put the food in here and it, like with the packaging. An MRE would be in storage pretty much forever. It could be in storage forever and they would still be good. But I'd say, I don't know. They'd probably get old after, I don't know, a few decades or something. Something I should say about the heating element. is the, oh gosh, it's very hot. It will, I don't know if you can see it, but there's smoke coming out. Those fumes are actually toxic. So don't smoke the fumes. So in conclusion, you have your main course meal, and you have your coffee. You just pour it all in this hot beverage bag and you mix it with water. There's different things. You know, you have your crackers, you have your peanut butter, you have your pretzel nuggets, and then you have your chocolate nutrition bar. What I did during, let's say maximum file size received. What I did is while my food was cooking, I would eat everything. Like I'd eat my pretzel nuggets, I eat my chocolate bar, and then my peanut butter. I mix the peanut butter with the chocolate bar, and it's really good. And also, you eat two things at once. Or with the crackers, you just stuff your face, just eat all of it. And then I would enjoy my main course meal because it would be done in about 5 minutes. I'd finish everything in about 5 minutes. I have the chocolate protein drink powder, and I eat that in 5 minutes. And then I was a TDL, which means it's a tactical deployment leader. Let me fix this. So when you're a tactical deployment leader, it's like an element leader, except during beast, you're a beast element leader. So they call it tactical deployment leader. And then you have your dorm chief, which is a different role. It's beast monitor for beast week. So your element leaders and dorm chiefs, they have like a week off from their typical duty. So as TDL, it was actually very stressful because we had about like 5 flights. So we had about 200 people. No, 300. There was a lot. There was just a lot of people. Yeah, 200 is probably 250 is about. But having to manage 250 people to eat and do all these different things that we did during Beast, and a certain amount of time, and us having the punishment. I remember that because someone in my tent wasn't fast enough on something, I had to do motivational tool push-ups. And you might think, why is it that, well, I wasn't me, I didn't do it. I wasn't slow. I was trying to motivate, yet that's how it is in the Air Force. I was probably a bit of a ramble. We did have to do motivational tools. You know, it's the thing about teamwork. It's because you have to try and find that little niche. You have to find what it is that will help you become a successful leader and help you motivate your team to do the accomplished task. And with that, we're not even at 20 minutes in the video, and you will have 20 minutes to eat, and I've explained everything. So you can do it. You can do it. If you're watching this video and you're heading to basic training, you can do it. You might think, oh, it's so hard. It's not. It's all in your head because I've been stalling. I probably would have finished my food in 10 minutes, like I said. It is doable. So with that, have a great day. I'm going to finish this meal.